Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I feel excited for this one. I'm really excited for this one. Yeah. Uh, that's what I'm talking about. And the name of this podcast is Mind Over Matter. Mind Over Matter. I hope you can hear me, or I might wait for the sweeper to like run out. It's BABOON for us entertainment as usual. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, here we are. Let me see if I can connect the people from uh, Facebook because this is going to be dialogue basically. Um, I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. This is Tuesday 16th, and this is the Zambaland podcast. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to do a podcast where, like I promised, basically that there's going to be more engagement um, this year and also after the Nsimbi project and leading up to what's going to be my new project. So basically, I've always wanted to do a podcast, but there have been issues of time. There have been excuses of I'm doing A, B, C, and D. But sometimes you get to a point where dialogue is needed, and this is one of those moments where I feel we have a very healthy topic to begin our discussions over. As many of you know me, I'm a free thinker. Um, I'm a philosopher, the ghetto philosopher, the ghetto storyteller. Um, there's so much to discuss right now. The Zambaland podcast basically is the platform that I want all the discussions from now on to begin brewing. Basically, tutu semutaimunga, you can't escape from the issues that affect people, and you also to whom much is given, much is tested. So much is being demanded from people who are initially just musicians because they are looked at as global leaders right now, and it gives us a very healthy topic to have a healthy discussion. I need to begin by saying that I expect my discussions to be civil. Sometimes people's emotions get attached into discussions and debates, and they begin having quarrels instead of arguments. And I hope that this is not the kind of platform where we do that. I hope we can have very healthy discussions. Right now, there's Facebook Live. I can see so many of my people. Right now, I'm barely awake. Right now, I'm in California. It's 1:50. That means saa musanvu ez'emisana n'eddakiika ataano. Oba mu Uganda ziri saa meka kati simanyi. Naye ndowooza through this platform we can begin having healthy discussions. Now, the topic of today is going to be basically hip hop, service, and the legendary gentleman Kanye West, who is in UG right now. Shout outs to everybody who is tuning in. Shout outs to the builders in Uganda. Shout outs to every Pan Africanist nationalist who is all around the world, and shout outs to everybody in general. Beautiful people with beautiful energy who want to contribute something positive to humanity. It's a challenge for all of us. None of us is perfect, and that's why we are going to begin off this day with having a discussion. Hello, all of my people giving me shouts out on Facebook Live right now. I'll be posting this later somewhere else. Nessa was Nendaba Sekayombia Shakespeare. We used to be in school together, university, Mitchell Hall. But what's PJ? What's good, my brother? It's your boy GNL Zamba. Yeah, this time we're talking about building, and this is um, one of the things in hip hop, basically, which is one of the building blocks as a hip hop. I want to confirm whether my people mumpulira before we begin this discussion. So I want people to send me a tweet. Ndabe oba mumpulira bulungi. I want you to say sound ya kabi gayi wango lususulu tukula tutandike discussion. Leonard was good. Kayongo Jennifer was good. The discussion is beginning. So yesterday ndowooza essaawa zaabadde nga bwe zitya. Nabadde ku simu yange. Then a friend of mine in Hollywood nampeereza message nangamba, yo bro, Kanye is going to be coming to your country. And I'm going, I don't know about that, but I'll do my investigations and find out. Because normally whatever happens about Uganda nowadays, they look for the Ugandans in Hollywood, and people keep on filling you in about what's going on back home, whether it's Bobby Wine, whether it's Kanye West, whether it's who is getting married, what investment opportunities are there, because basically we're trying to build the gap between Uganda and Hollywood, and also find ways in which we can use the arts positively to benefit the people back home. Basically be the bigger brothers to the people that we left back home. So that's where I was. That's the kind of mindset nabaddemu nga yakurelaxinga. Then from that Twitter, somebody was telling me that Kanye West was going to be in UG. So yesterday, out of emotion, abantu abatamanyi what's going on in the US right now. There's so much brewing. Like the US right now, more time, guys. So many people are divided. And it's very easy for people who getting lost mu ideologies zebalina mu kifo ky'okutunulira okutriangulating where opinions come from ne basanga facts eziri makati, because there's so much fake news on one side, waliwo abantu abakola news nga za agenda zaabwe, then there are people who are just selfish, plainly selfish, who exploit those 2 points of view and people's beliefs bo ne bafunamu kye baagala, and usually kiba tekizimba. So yesterday when a person told me that that Mr. Yeezy was going to be in my city, I put out a tweet, and I'm going to read the tweet to you right now. Let me see. I'm going to my Facebook page so that I can retrieve that. And so in that tweet I said, Kanye West is a rapper and not a hip-hop artist. He is not a genius. He is a selfish, self-serving, self-centered human. Right now, Uganda is only a pawn in the BS he's selling. This is my opinion on this Black Judas, in quotes. How is that for free thought here? People need water, not Yeezys, my G. For people who don't know what pawns are, pawns were busojas bobera ku chessboard obusooka okufa. Most people are strategizing, but pawns obo bwe batafaako. Akawayo ne kafa n'afuna peace enene. So when I say right now Uganda is on the pawn for the BS is selling, it was coming from a place where I should say nagetiza my emotions involved. I need to be honest with you first of all. I got my emotions involved because Kanye West to many of us has been a leader, and is still a leader. He's a big brother, just like naye ayina big brothers benga Jay-Z, ayina big brother wenga No ID. He has been a person that we have always looked up to in the hip hop realm, to be the one atulaga guidance going forward. But sometimes when you rely on people's guidance alone without forming a mind of your own, otandika okulaba nti ne batandika okukola ki okukubuza. The reason why I put this tweet out and say that Kanye West is not a rapper, he's a hip-hop artist, because the way we define hip-hop is more spiritual. Hip-hop is about service to the people, and that's where that statement comes from. Basically, hip-hop minus lies wofuna rap. You get me? When you rap and you begin telling lies, that's not hip-hop. Hip-hop, subgenre, rap is a subgenre of hip-hop. But hip-hop is a way of life. And a way of life, this is how we explain it being a way of life. That it ceases being about you. Hip-hop ceases being about, I'm only benefiting me, I'm buying my chains, I'm selling my merchandise, I'm doing A, B, C, and D. And it becomes about how am I serving the people. You get me? So my tweet, in this very tweet which I'm describing, you can go back to my Twitter at the real GNL Zamba on Twitter and you can check out the tweet. It's still up there. I've explained why I say rapper, not a hip hop artist. And I'm coming to why I say that Kanye right now is just a rapper, not a hip hop artist. He could prove me wrong, by the way. I'm not saying that my opinion is tufu. He could prove me wrong, but this is what I'm telling you where my thoughts of where this tweet came from. Because to be a rapper sometimes is due to just be an orator. Buli muntu asobola okwogera. But when your words begin affecting policy and affecting how people live their lives, when you're at a vantage point when you're no longer being affected by your words, that's being selfish, that's being self-centered. Malcolm X yalina quote n'agamba, if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you siding with the oppressor, right? And they will have you siding with the oppressor and ignoring the accused. Siding with the oppressor and then the oppressed bo obero balekerede. I'm paraphrasing right now. So I've seen interviews with Kanye for some time. I have collected Kanye West is in my iPod, Alimu, my Spotify is on Tidal. I've listened to his albums okuva kweya sokera ddala up to now. Even the albums that people say they don't like of Kanye West, I've been a fan. I've admired Kanye West. I love the fact that he stands for the things that he thinks about. That he stands for his thoughts. Most people criticize, criticizing Bagambenti. You're saying that he stands for his thoughts, but you people are trying to break him down for the free thinking that he's doing right now. And this is my logic. My logic is you are entitled to your opinion, but you're not entitled to dictating how people react to your opinion. So we will respectively say that in some instances, right, we have different opinions. And this is my argument. For explaining the why a rapper, hip-hop artist, why a rapper, ayawukana ku hip-hop artist, but a hip-hop artist can also be a rapper. It's about service, it's about using hip-hop for the betterment of not only you, it's not only being self-serving, but doing things for your community. The great teacher KRS-One, Achibiri Vingiramu, so many things, so many people who loved through hip-hop said that hip-hop could be the force that could create the next new generation of leaders and finally reunite the world to be able spirit ya Pangaea, where resources do not only benefit a few in the world, but benefit everybody. In my other tweet, I also said that right now Uganda is only a pawn for the BS is selling. And again, I might be wrong. But when I see a person nga mu US or in a bad publicity, nga buli choba dokolo in a bad publicity, and that's the time you choose to go to Uganda, which the people you ally with call a shithole country, right? If that's the time that you choose to go over there, to me it makes me think that you're running away from the bad publicity here, because Waneno, it's not only Zamba who thinks that Kanye is messing up. T.I., who is his friend, thinks the same. Snoop Dogg thinks the same. Jay-Z, they used to be related. They have business ventures together. But right now, everybody is trying to keep a distance. And when I see Kanye's visit being only about endorsements, this was before he went and gave away Yeezys, by the way, to the school children. I'm talking about the incident where he met the president, Namua Yeezys. So to me, it looks like a person who's only trying to promote their brand, right? And there's nothing wrong in that, still, or promoting a brand yo. But to me, where the problem comes in is when you begin allying your beliefs with politicians and you don't care about the consequences of what that really does. Because to whom much is given, much is tested. Katonda bwakuwa blessings nobeera ng'olina talent abantu bakuteeka ku pedestal. There are things you can say and they can affect normal life, daily life. Abantu basobola okufa omuntu bwagamba nti mugende mwette. That has been proven. It has happened before. One of my US, Kanye West, it has been tested that approval ratings as other Republicans increasing because right now they have a Kanye West. Kusaidi aba Democrats by Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift says people go vote and never voting. So that means that an artist has sway, aliku pedestal. That means to whom much is given, much is tested. By the way, I'm also quoting Kanye West because now you quote there because it's Mulimba with flashing lights. So I'm holding you to accountable to your own word. So when you begin aligning your businesses with politics, mu position abantu gye bakuteekamu, and remember to whom much is given, much is tested. Bino tobisaba, you do not ask for these things, but for the people who are voiceless, who put you on that pedestal, you owe them the positive contributions mu bulamu bwabwe, positive contributions to society. So my criticism is teva ku Kanye and who he is aligning himself with more business. It comes from who he is aligning himself with in politics. And one of the issues that I'm very passionate about is a yanku take off for me to write this tweet, because my tweet is about water. People need water, not yeezys. The point here yanku teko is main. I don't care about the politics, but I only care about when an artist uses their power to influence the politics or to give momentum to the politics, affecting abantu adversely. Because these things are done within a blink of a second, Nadala, when it comes to environmental issues. But the effects are felt adversely for generations. It's hard to reverse when things have gone wrong. So, ntunulira environmental policies is Mr. Trump. And I respect all sides of the aisle, but Democrats, never Republicans, and Mr. Trump as well. I respect we disagree on opinion. My issue with the environment is that most of these companies, Kanye, Zeba aligning themselves with, they are the same people who are polluting water sources as sea. One of the biggest challenges mwene nsi, you see this water, ulabagana amazi, right? It's one of the most precious resources that we will ever have. It's one of life's greatest gifts. Ntibwova kubulamu odda ku mazzi, and water is life. Never n'abantu mu greed yabwe, in the greed of these multinational companies, these people are rolling back protections for water sources. Nti bwe batandika okusima nga banoonya oil, machuru ayingira mu byennyanja, abantu ne balya ebyennyanja ne bafuna cancer. That's one of the issues. Amazzi ago bwe gabeera nga gali polluted bannange, fresh drinking water, would they call it safe drinking water? Amazzi bwe gabeera nga gali polluted, if the pollution gets into water sources, right, the effects that are going to be felt by the poor people, abatalina sente, abatasobole kwerwanirira, right, abatalina maanyi na sente kwerwanirira, it's going to be one of the worst wars. It's going to be one of the worst crises. And I don't want to be I don't want to be a doomsday monger. But I'm telling you about the responsibility that we have as artists to change and influence policy, that when we are in such positions, this should be some of the issues that look forefront. Kanye West, in the meeting here over office, demo meeting here State House, this is my criticism. And my criticism could again be wrong. This is a discussion. The Zambaland podcast is a discussion. Let me take you back a little bit. Yali era ya Bush yali afuga, right? Mujukira time amataba bwe gajira mu New Orleans, and everybody was like Katrina. And during that time, police helicopters zajjanga nga zino n'abantu zitwala n'embwa. Even dogs were airlifted, right? abantu abaddugavu, because of the challenges that are in countries nga in the US, poor black people suffered the most. Helicopters ezabanonanga mu neighborhoods zaabwe. People died. People lost property. No jokes. And floods are some of the effects as global warming. Mr. West knew this. Yagenda ku TV, yaline Mike Myers, n'agamba, Bush does not care about black people. Not my words. Those were Kanye's words. For those who are just joining us, I'm explaining my tweet that I put out yesterday. He said, Bush does not care about black people. Bush was so hard. Bush yagamba nti yali hurt, right? But then he understood challenges eziri mu law enforcement ne mu kulabirira abantu abaavu. Mu America abantu abaavu abasinga baddugavu. It isn't because they are lazy. Most people think that people are just lazy. But it's because of the institutionalized racism. Nti bajja kuba maloni, right? Buli obanagenda wadde bagala looni za business. Tebajja kuteeka amasomero ga kabi. Public schools zijja kufailinga because the poor people abaddugavu bebavu. And when poor people are poorly educated, it creates a vicious cycle of ignorance. Now, ignorance, jongere more bwavu, you have more crime. So before you even advocate for prison reform, first advocate for better economic facilities. Because abantu tebajja genda mu prisons nga balina sente mu nsawo. Abantu bagenda mu prisons because tebalina sente mu nsawo. That's what increases the crime. Back to my point eya gundi, eya abantu abaavu abalekebwa ku rooftops. They were drowned, poor black people. Abali mu neighborhoods z'abaddugavu bebafa. Kanye was on TV with Mike Myers, now shocking and he said, Bush does not care about black people. That was the Kanye that we loved. That was the Kanye who spoke the truth to power. That was the Kanye who had the conscience. And I'm not saying he doesn't have the conscience now. Again, I might be wrong. It's up to him to prove me wrong. Fast forward. Kanye was by then yali akola albums, Jesus Walks. He was talking about people being pulled over, police brutality, basically talking about issues that were solvable. Fast forward, Obama era. I'm not blaming any of this on Kanye West, but in the Obama era, there was a Flint crisis. I'm still talking about water. There was the Flint water crisis, right? And in that Flint water crisis, still the most affected people were the poor people. Mu neighborhoods zaabwe. Abagagga, amazzi gabeera pure. Okitegeera. Ne mu baavu, pipes zaalimu lead. Picturing nti mu National Sewage World Corporation, nti pipes mulimu obutwa. Nti pipes zaakaddiwa. Kubanga abaavu bali ignored mu area zaabwe ze baba bateekamu ze ba redlininga. Okitegeera. Shout out to everybody on my Facebook live right now. Mu places zaabwe ze baba redliningiramu obwavu bwe bubakwatidde. Pipes ne bazignoringa. Abantu ne batafuna mazzi. Right now mu Flint, paka kati muwulira ba celebrity badda buzimbu. Flint, water. We are giving them bottles of water. Up to now, Flint, 2.5 years. Kuva crisis we atandikira. Children are still suffering from lead poisoning. Lead poisoning, my brothers and sisters. Ngabe nkugamba kino hip hop is about caring for the people. Issues is on nazo zandibadde raised. You can make all the money that you want, but what good is it for you to make all the money that you want and then you lose your own soul? Nze ye point gyendiko kati. Mu Flint paka kati, pipes ezo ezali lead poisoned. Pipes were lead poisoned because people were ignored in poor black neighborhoods. Again, is it Kanye West's fault? No. But when Kanye West is in a position of power, ngali never politicians, these are not the issues that we hear, the issues that affect the black people. Yes, you can talk about prison reform, but prison reform is going to come, the real root of the problem. Like you say, you're a problem solver. I believe I'm a problem solver too. You're in a position of power, just like I'm working myself to a position of power too. But the real root of the problem is economy, financial freedom. That's why Jay-Z is talking about 444. Financial freedom is the only hope. us going to politicians and doing A, B, C, and D is only a fraction of what we can do. The best things that we can do is have financial freedom and then sway policy. For now, what we can do is sway policy. We have the masses behind us. You need to pedestal, sway policy. Mr. Kanye has always said that he's the savior of Chicago. Chicago also has its challenges. But right now, Chance the Rapper, Ayambala number 3 ku KPA, is doing a better job. You know why? A much better job with the youth because Aliku ground. And it's not just in Calabasas chilling and out of touch with what's going on. So during Mr. Kanye West's meeting with the president, he said, oh, black people are doing ABC. He's beginning to blame the oppressed for the oppressors, he's blaming the oppressed and siding with the oppressor because what he reads is kind of out of touch. Kanye West aluddewo okubeera omwavu oba aluddewo okulambula abaavu. Kyobalaba nti no waneno recently bamugamba sooka ove mu Calabasas, go to Chicago, right? And he left Calabasas, went to Chicago. Chicago n'abeerayo nakyeka n'atandika okuwulira nga be bamugamba si byayagala okuwulira, tebamuwaana kimala. N'agamba nti kati nze ngenze olwamala meeting ye n'alyoka agenda e Uganda. But the people who tell Kanye West the truth, and these are your true brothers are the ones who tell you the truth. They will not care whether you're a celebrity, they will not care whether you're what or A, B, C, and D. They will just talk to you and talk to you as Omari Kanye West. And the truth is that when you began blaming the poor people for their predicament, saying slavery was a choice, and saying that police brutality is also part of their making, and then also saying that you're not siding with her. Your reasons for not siding with her were because you couldn't relate to the woman. I saw your angle because sometimes you don't explain things really well. I saw your angle was about empowerment, and I love empowerment too. My cap also empowers me too when I wear Baboon Forest Entertainment. It empowers me too. But when your empowerment is being misguided, and this is where I say that it's being misguided, the rhetoric, which is usually put on the news for poor people to create an excuse for why poor people remain poor. Above the one the rich people tell themselves in order not to feel as guilty for fucking up the poor people is this. Let me give you a perfect example. Waliwo musajja waneno recently bamushootinga mu apartment yali mu nyumba ye bambi nga akirinze, omukazi n'ayingira mu nyumba n'amukuba essasi. And the explanation was that the woman thought that was her apartment. Ye yali amanyi nti nayingidde mu nyumba ye n'alaba omusajja ng'ali mu nyumba ye mbu n'amukuba essasi. This was an off-duty officer. So the explanation the news media jekuwa, the one that's driving Kanye West's thinking right now, I think the media on TV basachinga ennyumba y'omusajja ne basachinga ennyumba y'omusajja nga tebalina kye balabyemu. Olwatandika ne batandika okugamba walaba omusajja oyo yalinga nga traininga taekwondo. Bwe batyo bwe batandika ne bagamba ne mu nnyumba ye basanzeemu enjaga. Ate nga most states right now mu US kiririga omuntu okubeera ne marijuana. So they begin attaching small things to you. Ne beerabira omusango omunene gwe baakoze ogw'okkuba omuntu essasi. Nti omuntu baamutidde mu nnyumba ye nga talina kyakoze, ali mu mirembe gye yabadde alaba TV alaba sports. Wekiggwera nga batandise okugamba nti omusajja oyo akuba nnyo taekwondo ate n'enjaga gy'anywa kyayika ye yamuyingizizza mu gundi mu nnyumba n'atawulira biragiro bya officer. Ebiragiro by'oli omukazi off duty. Naye n'oliwebuuza omukazi ki ekyamuyingiza n'onyiga lift. Kale tugamba oyingiza lift nfu. Oyina domat ku mulyango gwo. Domat yo naye eri different. kodi olujuba lusanga luli open n'olusika n'ojingira gwe tolinamu buntu bwolaba nti nyino nyingidde mu nyumba yange ndabye piro ndabye obuliri nti wano si wange. So the thinking eyo gye nkugambye nti omusajja kati akuba taekwondo ali mu njaga biki that's what they put on Fox News. Okitegeera ate nga that's what they put on Fox News and that's what most people see. Ne bagamba naawe abo banywi banjaga baamukubye bukubi ssasi kirayika babadde banywi banjaga baamukubye ssasi kirayika nga beegobagoba because information distorts and that's the distorted information Mr. Kanye West gy'alaba ng'ali ku TV and that's what most people see. Ne beerabira nti nno omuntu baamutidde mu nnyumba ye. That's just an example. My other reason, coming back to why I said why I called why I said people need water, not Yeezys. I'm coming back to the point Jenabadde mbagamba eya fracking. Nti the reason why most water sources ziri polluted oba getting polluted with irreparable damage which takes years and years correcting. Let me first get my charger. Let me reach for my charger for a minute. Give me a second. Let me reach for my charger. I'll plug this in. Water source bwebeera ngeri polluted taking along okukipolluting okuyiwa mu mazzi ganene kerenda amazzi ne gatandika okukaawa, right? It only takes a second nkidropinga mu droppings n'enkita naye process mwogenda okuyita to purify this water ereme okuddamu okukaawa is going to be more expensive and it's going to be more strenuous. Now this is just a glass of water. I want you to take it to the scale of a polluted water body ngeri wansi w'ettaka obanga nyanja. And the reason why my Twitter my tweet was about water is this. Nti waliwo protections United Nations zekola ne environmental committees eziri global mu efforts z'abantu bakola policies ne bagamba oba n'amateeka ne bagamba bannange these underground water sources katuzi protecting kubanga that process of purifying amazzi is going to be harder mu bantu abaavu cannot afford the technology to reclaim the water for it to be pure. Ne bateekawo amateeka bwe mala oteekawo amateeka ago amateeka gabeera protected by the leaders betuteeka in power. Naye mu biseera ebisinga awabeera amazzi ago wabeera ne resources ezisinga okubeera mu ssente oba obugagga obw'omu ttaka. So to get to the minerals, usually the resources are located where the minerals are, you know. Water is usually, the underground water is usually located where the minerals are. And so for most people to get to the minerals, they bribe the politicians, right? They bribe the politicians with either money or it's going to be, it's usually resources, basically usually it's resources. They bribe the politicians with money. Ne bagamba, kasita waliwo n'amazzi mangi nnyo mwe musime oil oba musime diamonds zonna bwe mwagala and tujja sharinga ssente. So abantu bakibatunzanga a very good thing, tugenda kubaleetera emirimu, tugenda bakolera ki, bagenda kolera ki. And all those promises are made. Deal ne bazisigninga ne bashaking emikono. But when the water begins getting polluted, abantu nga batandika okulwala. Mu Uganda tebanatandika kulwala. Right now in Uganda we're only dealing with scarcity, right? Kubanga amazzi tegali well distributed. Abantu banatandika okulwala from water. It will be one of the worst global crises challenges ezijja facingibwa ensi eno in the future. And I'm not alone as a rapper on this thought ey'amazzi. examples zonna mu nsi mubadde muziraba. Recently Cape Town babadde babala 2 days zero because there was water scarcity mu kibuga kyonna ekya Cape Town ate nga bali ku ocean. Mexico City balina ocean eya Pacific, balina ocean eri ku Atlantic. Naye nabo they are running out of clean safe drinking water. Aba Flint nabawadde da example. So in the future, and you're going to quote me on this, in the future I'm predicting this, bwe banaabeera nga politicians amateeka ga protecting amazzi nti bannange wano tetusimawo abantu bwe bajja amazzi ag'okunywa. In the future entalo ezigenda okusinga okubeera ez'amaanyi ezigenda okusaanyaawo abantu abaavu zigenda kubeera z'amazzi. It's going to be for clean safe drinking water. And this is not far off. This is not far off. Okwonoona amazzi kiri everywhere. Right now politicians are beginning to sell to Chinese companies that mine in our countries. You, the poor people, are being pushed to the side. Naye mulowooza nti kuwalana buwalanyi tuwalana musajja, we're only looking for publicity. Mwe muwaga, naye mwe mutalina ssente. Fe abatalina ssente, baganda baffe be batalina ssente to purify that water. So if we do not come out to speak about such issues, most people don't know. Probably they're speaking from a place of ignorance. Sometimes you don't know that some things are going to affect you. Right now it looks like I'm just hating. Most people think it's just hating. But I'm a storyteller telling the truth. Nkubulira mazima. You can do a little Google, go to Google, go somewhere and begin Googling about water crises. Melinda Gates bonna bali mu organizations are investing in water. The money are predicting a financial crash eya US. When we bali bewole sente ne badda musimanya credit crunch chibi bank azigudde, dollar is in trouble and blah blah blah. The man who predicted that years before it happened, when he was asked what was going to be the next biggest war, what was going to be the most scarce resource in the future, he said water. Mazzi, water. Yanaleeta amazzi. That's ignorance, bro. Nchibabuliranga muganda bamwe. Nze ndi muganda wamwe. But you can hate me, you can love me, I do not care. It's going to be about facts. Because my hip-hop is my truth. I'm speaking my truth right now. You can have your truth, we can argue about it in the comment section. I'm just having a civil discussion with my people right now. So, in my truth, but politicians batandika okutunda ensi nga balayinze ate ne bakyali baffe abanditwogeredde abalina eddoboozi eddene ne bwe walayinga n'abantu abatabaloolinga back protections za environment, protections ezitaasa amazzi, nti bw'ocontaminatinga Lake Victoria. Oh no, let me begin before I go to Lake Victoria. Let me put it this way. Kubanga abantu balowooza nti there is too much water. The planet is 3/4 water. Kubanga you see amazzi getolodde buli wamu, getolodde land mass. There is water everywhere. And most people assume that there is so much water in the world we can never run out. You're fronting, G. Bro, amazzi mangi, kati gwolaba nti no mangi. Naye olowooza lwaki, why do you think sailors sometimes die of thirst? Why do you think sailors back in the day used to die of thirst? It's because you can't drink the ocean water. Ocean water mulimu omunyo, right? That's not drinking water. So the water, mwafa abantu getunywa ga fresh drinking water, gava mu nsozi where there is ice on top of the peaks, and then it melts. Abantu abamu ne bafuna amazzi that way. And then there is other water ngeva mu fresh water bodies, right? I'm going to come to those. Lake Victoria, we are blessed with Lake Victoria, Lake Albert, Lake Choganga, Uganda. We are so blessed with our natural resources. Matter of fact, we're in a very sweet spot. Those are some, as the lakes mentioned, there are some of the biggest freshwater lakes in the world. In that very spot that we in Africa, in that very sweet spot called Uganda. Amazzi amalala negava underground, mu underground aquifers. right? Nti wansi eyo wabeerayo nga ekisaniya amazzi gye gakulukutira nga gali purified, nga gali purified by the soil ne gasiipinga into stalagmites ne gabeera nga gakabi gakirinze gali eyo, ago getukima ne boreholes. You pick me? I hope you're still following. So amazzi ago nga mentioninze agali mu Lake Victoria, agali mu River Nile, agali mu Lake Ontario, matono. So compared to the ocean water, which has salt in it, and the fresh water, you're looking at only 1% of fresh water, but they only have 1%. 1% of drinking water goba osigazzaawo ng'ogyekaaga ocean. Abantu abasinga babeera kati amazzi gali g'otasobola kunywa agantu befana go fast. Bagamba, technology is going to save us because you can desalinate. There's a process called desalination. And through desalination, that's the process where you can heat up water, no jamu munyo, yeah, you remove the salt, and then you get your pure drinking water, right? The process of desalination and the technology of desalination, ensi kati weeri ne population egenda ekula. Water scarcity is affected by two factors. Esooka eri the demand on the existing water and the distribution of the water bodies. Abantu bwe bajja amazzi, right? Nti the population of the world right now is growing so much. The fresh water is not growing with it. Amazzi tegakula go. Wegali getolola bwetolozi. Naye population eyagala amazzi. Tweyongera bungi. Right now the world is coming to we're coming to 7 billion. Minutes waneno Jews were 6.8 billion. So Africa with this 1 point something billion. The natural resources that we need amazzi, right? When nakugambye amazzi ago wegali is where most of the minerals are also located. So our politicians, amazzi ago wegali located. What saves you and I okubeera ne rights of sharing amazzi ago? Chola ntina amazzi agasinga belonging to the public, right? And it's a public right to have water. It's a human right to have access to water. But when it comes to natural resources, mining, usually companies as mining, they have a lot of money. There are multinational companies that have a lot of money. Poor people cannot compete. So when they pollute the water sources, ziri ntono ze nagambye zitusigazaawo the 1%, right? Gwe nange tutandika okukuubagana, because tewakyali mazzi ga kunywa. Enyota yali ebalumyeko bakyaliba. Have you ever visited a refugee camp where there is no water? I have. Several times. Nolaba abantu abatalina mazzi nga they are dying. Now put that to a scale nga amazzi gabuze ku kyalo. Oluusi amazzi gabula ku kyalo abadde bakwata ebidomola ne beekuba nga bali ku luzzi. But now multiply that with a scale of 1,000 nga bagambye Lake Victoria is contaminated, Lake Choga is contaminated, Lake Albert is contaminated. Tabinatuka, but I'm seeing them coming. Right now I'm speaking like a prophet, bro. I'm speaking like a prophet. Do not be blinded by mere celebrity. Begin demanding more from your celebrities. Do not be blinded by the celebrity to see that somebody is selling you out. Once a person allies themselves with politicians about rolling back rights and protecting okufuna amazzi, tugenda kwetta bubi nnyo. It's going to be bad. And people will be killing out of survival. We do not want to go there. So to avert that, I'm asking my celebrity, my idol, Yeezy, who even says I'm not a human being, I'm a god. You have the arrogance to say that, bro. So I'm asking you, bro. People do not need Yeezys. Abaduga tebagala Yeezys. Na Yeezys zogabye, the very brilliant Yeezys. I have pairs. I've bought Yeezys before. Until I realized that there's much more to serve than just being me, than what benefits me. Yeezys zogabye, I bet in 1 month, amazzi abantu ge banywa, zigenda kuba zigubye, eza white. Some people might call me a hater. I would not care. I'm speaking facts, bro. Hip-hop is my truth. I'm giving you my truth right now. I'm not blinded by the celebrity. I admire Kanye. I've been admiring Kanye. I love that he's a free thinker. But when you begin allying and not standing up for the people, then my brother, I have to become your keeper. I'll be the brother's keeper. Not to stop your dreams, I'll listen to your arguments too. But I need to caution my people. I need to caution my people when I see politicians beginning to sell the country out to multinationals, and multinationals beginning to dig deep oil wells and contaminating the water. We do not have the technology, we will not catch up with the technology to desalinate ocean water. You're not going to travel to Indian Ocean to desalinate. You're a landlocked country which is already blessed with enough fresh water bodies. Trust me, if water scarcity ever hits Africa, and I pray it doesn't, I pray politicians come to their senses, keep the policies that protect riparian rights and water rights of all people. If you put them back in place, we love the money. We love the money. We love the money that comes out of the oil. But the people at the end of the day need water. Above, you do not have the money to desalinate ocean water. So what God gave us is what we have to protect. And we protect it by saying the truth to power. Do not be blinded by celebrity, bro. But this comes to my point of why I'm saying that Kanye, people need Yeezys. Don't need Yeezys, bro. They need water first. Protect. Let there be environmental protections. It's too much responsibility to put on your shoulders. But to whom much is given, much is tested. Today in the world, we're demanding so much more from our celebrities. So much more. Even me, I'm demanding so much more of myself. I would have chosen to just be in Hollywood right now, chilling, probably going to checking out a party. But the projects that I'm doing right now, I'm trying to see ways in which I can better contribute through my art to my people. I'm really happy that you went back to the land, the motherland, where the drums sound loud. I'm really happy you did that. But bro, while you're in those meetings, you should also mention environmental protections, which you haven't mentioned in a very long time. You're only going by people playing basketball and only prison reform and blah, blah. It's too much responsibility on one man, but like you said, you said you're a God, right? So let me see your God power, G. Let me see your God power. Talk to these men in office and tell them that the environment is one of the world's biggest priorities right now. It's not celebrity, bro. It's not celebrity. The biggest challenges that we have right now as human beings is to leave more than what we left behind for the coming generation. My country has the youngest population in the world, one of the youngest populations in the world. If you only give them Yeezys without talking to politicians about how to protect their water, their access to clean drinking water, then you're failing me, bro. You're failing hip-hop. That's why I would call you a rapper, not a hip-hop artist, because hip-hop artists are egalitarian by nature. And egalitarianism is the belief that resources on the earth belong to everybody. Rich, poor, doesn't matter. They belong to everybody. That's true hip-hop. That's egalitarianism. That was you, bro. I still hope I still hope I'm speaking to the real Kanye West. I hope I'm reaching out to you, bro. So I'm only here to explain my my tweet that I put out yesterday. So many people gave me heat. So many people said I was hating. So many people I did da da da. But when you to stand up for the truth, I'm ready for the arrows in my back, bro. But as long as I speak the truth, I will have left behind something. That's what Mandela did, bro. Your album is called Yandi. I have issues with Gandhi about his racism when he was in South Africa. Your issue is called Gandhi. I hope it's the Gandhi who reformed when he reached India, and not the Gandhi who was in South Africa calling black people kifars, which is the equivalent name for a nigger, because he was fighting for Asians only by that time. I hope you're the Gandhi who was in India fighting for everybody, starving, so that the British will let these people go free. I hope you are the year, bro. I hope you are the year that I believe in, bro. I hope I'm reaching out to you. The only place where great again makes sense in my mind is Africa. is when we rebuild the pyramids and then we have pharaohs. Pharaohs ruling in the hearts of men. And that means caring for everybody, not just yeah. I love what you do. I love the music, bro. I love the music. I love the music. I love the production. I love what you did for Pusha T's album. I love that album. But the music aside, the classics aside, accolades aside, I'm speaking to you, bro to bro. People don't need Yeezys, bro. They need clean drinking water. And that means leveraging your position in power, or the pedestal, what people have put you on. People are not bullying you. Nobody is bullying you, bro. Nobody, people are speaking truth to you. And that's what the truth sounds like. It's bitter, bro. There's a point, Sizange. So let the jokes begin, but I've spoken my truth. I hope the message gets out there. I only came out here to explain my tweets, and there will be more episodes of the Zambaland podcast probably in time, where we can schedule them. For people asking about why is he speaking A, B, C, and D, what does he know about water, what does he know about this? Because I'm speaking from a place where I was trained, and this is the field which I was trained in. So you get passionate about the things that usually send out the vibrations. People are talking about vibration nowadays. And in order for us to vibrate better with each other, the vibration of love, the positive vibration, we need to speak truth first so we can land in a place where love is pure. Because when there's no truth, love can never be pure. It will be fronting, and I hate being fake. I'm not one of those fake people. So the vibration that we're protecting is for the environment, is for everybody, is for egalitarianism, it's positive vibes. That's true hip-hop. Rapper is, look at my chain, we're shaking ass, chikankane. Hip-hop is story aluka. Because I saw my people dying of AIDS, I made a song as a cautionary tale to save a few lives. That's what Philip Bongole did. But if I only say the answer, one of you get a kokubanga about kuzina, I wouldn't have made story aluka. So this is the same G. I'm not hating on everybody. People are saying, because your friends are working with him, you're missing out. That's not it, bro. I'm doing very big things in the US too. I'm performing at South by Southwest with my band. I'm performing at the Fowler Museum. This November, 4th November. Each and every weekend I'm performing somewhere. South by Southwest has always been a dream of mine to perform there. I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing, but I still care about where I came from. I speak with my brothers every day on the internet. I know what's going on in UG. So that explains my tweet for why the people need water. Amazzi bwe ganaabula bannange abantu bajja kwetemaatema. Abantu betema ku lwa ssente naye when it comes to water, abantu betema because of, right now people are conflicting with each other on material needs. Material needs ne beeteeka n'olaba ennugu nga mbi nnyo kubanga oli alina ssente, oli alina akamotoka. Ennugu eyo nebeera nga ya ssente, okitegeera ennugu ya ssente. Olaba ennugu eyo ntino mbi. People are really killing each other over material things right now. And everybody is crying, oh, people are hating on me and blah, blah, blah. That's one thing. Now let me make you see the worst picture. The worst picture, the worst version of a human being, the worst version of a human being is when it's about survival. When it's about basic human needs. People will do whatever. People will do whatever. People will fight wars. People will, multinational companies zijja kuva ebweru, and they will chase you away from Lake Victoria if the politician you have is not going to protect people. They will chase you away from Lake Victoria bagamba amazzi tegakyali gago. Amazzi belongs to belonginga kuffe. Bagachime bagatwala awalala because it has become scarce. That point will come. Do not be blinded by celebrity. Demand more from your celebrities so they can tell the politicians and speak truth to them to protect our environment, to protect our young brothers and sisters. It's your boy GNL Zamba. Zambaland podcast. Nzaomaze. Oh, shout outs to my brother Benon. Now we didn't wakoze n'omusajja. Speak power. Speak the truth to power. The reason why I speak most of these things is because I have Pan-Africanist views, continental Pan-Africanist views, universal Pan-Africanist views, egalitarian Pan-Africanist views. I believe the resources belong to everybody else, most especially the poor people in Africa. I would like to see Kanye doing more of what Akon is doing instead of just giving away sneakers. I would like to see you come home and do something grander. I believe there can be a turning point. I'm not only bashing you and breaking you down. I'm giving you a point of view. Truth from the heart. Speak truth to power, bro. People need protections. People need their water, not Yeezys. Because right now, you are allying with the people who do not care for the environment and who only worship the dollar. But we not only worship money. It's not all about... most people who have made money will tell you that money is not the ultimate thing. Bill Gates says called an Azigaba. Tazigaba, he's giving it away. So, in order to be Yandi, or in order to be Gandhi, the Gandhi that you like, in order to be Che Guevara, in order to be Mandela, in order to be a true great, true greatness is in service of others. Greatness of No Limits is my rap name. That's what I chose. This is what true greatness is. True greatness is in service of the next man, not just selfishly. Peace and love, bro. Bagayi banga babadde mwenna ku Facebook live mbalaba. I see so many comments, man. I see so many comments. Yeah, abantu comments for the youth. Onyango Gareth has just joined. You might have missed the discussion, bro. I see PG, Tabazi, and everybody out there. Everybody that's hip-hop, everybody that's hip-hop tekukoma kukubera na microphone kokai. Speaking truth to power, which is the fifth element of hip-hop, knowledge. The fifth element, your knowledge. You get me? Unlock those chakras, bro. Unlock the knowledge. Gula vaults. Open this bank up here. When you open this bank up here, you open the bank here. No gulo mutima gumwana. But it's not only about that, bro. It's not only about money. What does it get? Gaining the whole world and losing your soul. There's nothing like your soul or demo briefcase and you sell it. There's nothing like that. Selling your soul means you'd rather do anything in the world, however bad it is, you'd ally with whoever to get your money. Whether it's wrong or right, you don't care. You'd rather do whatever to just get your money. Fuck everybody else. No Samba, no Gamba. Money. Sorry. No Gamba. They do not matter to me. That's what selling your soul is, because you do not care. You do not care who dies. I'm not saying you're like that, bro. But that's what selling your soul means. So what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Zamba land. Peace and love. Let the discussion continue. Do not be blinded by celebrity. Demand more from your celebrities. To whom much is given, much is tested. Broadcaster, come here. Maybe for the people who have been following me, I'm having a show at the Fowler Museum. I'm also having a show downtown LA at the Marketplace. That's going to be on Saturday. And also, for the people who have been supporting Nsimbi, my new movement, the new album is doing really well. We are performing at South by Southwest, and also hopefully we'll be announcing another very big concert, but we'll be giving you that news in fashion. Thank you for the support for the people who have been bumping my music. And for the people who love hip-hop, I have another album that will be coming. But that's news for later. Sagala Bagambe, I'm only here to promote myself and promote my projects. That will be for later. Go to www.nsimbimusic.com, follow the news over there, or go to www.gnlzamba.com. Mbagala nyo, protect your water, protect your rights. Don't be blinded by celebrity. That's true hip-hop. So that's how the discussion has gone for now. This was my tweet yesterday. Where is it? It's the tweet yesterday that I've been discussing. GNLZamba.com, that's my website. I hope we can continue more discussions with the Zambaland podcast. Read about the water crisis, Google about it. It's real, it's coming. One of the songs that I love nowadays is a song by Childish Gambino, and it's called Summer. Limba to Limba Kusama Yoka is talking about the threats to our human existence if we do not begin acting and putting initiatives to reverse where we are right now in terms of human impact on the environment. Peace and love. See you on the next one. See you on the next one.